we are starting. You guys. So we are now in ship combat. This is my first play test of this. This was originally designed for a completely different system, but we'll see how it goes. So we start with the command phase. So I need everyone that's in captain of a ship. So that's Melee, Mist, and then the 4 enemy ships. But the 4 enemy ships do not have nameplates. You guys have nameplates on your ships. I need all the captains to make an intelligence check to determine initiative.
Scott, as they're doing the rolls, can I ask a question, or can I ask for the viewers that don't know the phases? Can you go over them again?
We start with the command phase, where the captain gets to make an order. It usually gives the crews some type of benefit. Then we will go to maneuvering phase, where we actually maneuver ships around, and then we will actually go to the attack phase or crew phase, where we actually determine damage and a bunch of other things like that. I will say in the rules, the crew phase, obviously there's only one action right now. There are other actions. If you want to do something, just ask me about it in the crew phase. The weirdest thing about this is both the crew phase and maneuvering phase, the lowest initiatives actually go first, because it is actually beneficial to go last during these phases, because you can react to the other people.
Thank you, Scott. And so I had a question, are we allowed to do any repairs during the crew phase?
Yes. That is one of the things that's not listed in there. You are allowed to do repairs. To haul. You can't ever repair crew damage unless you have some type of spells that would allow you to heal wounds. But you can try to repair hull damage or divert shields or do a bunch of other things to help out. I am asking you guys to keep track of what shields are taking damage, just to take the mental math off of me.
So with the shields, we've got forward, aft, port, and starboard, right?
Yep.
I think you might have unplugged yourself again.
I did not.
Okay. It's just a delay then.
Oh, and just as one of the few non-sailors in the group.
Yep.
Facing forward, port is left and starboard is right?
Correct.
Or
Yes.
the other way around? Okay.
Nope, you had it right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was gonna just put left, right, but
yeah.
Okay, so I actually have to declare first. Looks like. So I am bringing up the ship combat rules because even I don't remember all the commands. So I'm going to have the first two. That's this guy and this guy. You go ahead and take the take aim command. That means they have advantage if they are able to get a broadside in. The next one, which is the very last one, that's this guy, is going to take the brace for impact command. And then this final one is, that one doesn't go yet. Mist, what command do you want to issue to your ship?
I am going to issue take aim as well, in case I can get into a position to fire.
Okay. It is now this final one. They are actually going to do a reef sails action. Man. Okay. And then Melee, what do you want to do?
What's the range on these cannons?
Infinite.
Infinite? All right. Take aim.
Okay.
And are we starting with our ship in this position?
Yeah.
All right.
I figured you guys would line up for a broadside or something.
You should probably order your pilot around too.
Do we have to choose who we're aiming at? I'm assuming.
Nope. You choose that.
Oh,
During
I
the cr-
choose that.
when the crew action takes place.
Oh, okay.
Take aim is more like they're steadying up, readying their like. I tried to go for more evocative names for these things.
Okay.
Like ramming speed does not actually speed you up, but it's funner to say like instead of saying we're gonna ram that guy, it's funner to say ramming speed.
Right.
So okay. So now we move on to the piloting action. Rindle, you do not have proficiency, so it is just going to be a straight, let me see, wisdom check for you. Mist, you were also the pilot of your vehicle because of
Yep.
the stuff, so you actually have quite a bit, I think, on this.
Yeah. Okay. +8 to it.
Hmm.
But I rolled a natural 1.
Of course you did.
So that's fine. All right, you're going into dice jail. Sit over there and watch all of your friends actually have fun.
Even in Dice Jail, you did better than that one, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
one knows how to fly.
Oh, crap.
Okay, the very first one has to maneuver first. These have a speed of 1/6, but a maneuverability of 1/2. So they are gonna go 1, 2. Turn that. Dang it. That way. 1, 2. So 4, and then go. 2. They're gonna try to line up right there. Okay. And that would then bring us to Mist, it looks like.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to do 1, 2. Facing movement. 1, 2. And then I'll do another facing movement and then go here. I don't know if that's a good idea, but
Okay.
we'll see.
And then it should be Rindle. You are a 7 because you're a larger ship, so you're actually faster than the other ones, but your maneuverability is significantly less.
Cool. How did you do that cool facing movement thing?
So if you click on your icon, there should be like a
Right.
little tab sticking out. Grab that, and you can shift it just like you would in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I just do 1 for maneuverability, right? And then
Yeah.
you said I can move 7 blocks?
So your maneuverability is 1/3, so you can turn every 3 hexes that you move forward.
All right. But we get, how many hexes do I get to move forward?
7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're just gonna go 7 ahead. It'll be a good time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
And then I'm going to verbally tell Miley that I'm expecting orders from the captain here.
Oh, I forgot.
Does
Could I
that work, or do we have to arc?
Can I flip myself? I forgot that.
Oh, you want to do a full reversal?
Not full reversal. A flip to.
Oh, you want to invert? Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah,
do a pilot. Well, you automatically succeed on your piloting check because you're proficient, right? And it's a DC 5 check. So as long as you have
yeah,
a +4 to it, you automatically succeed.
Okay, yeah, I've got the +4. All right, yay!
So her ship actually, because it's 3-dimensional, inverts itself so that it's upside down in relation to everybody else.
Miss is like, watch this shit, Rendell.
Okay, so this one will go 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. And this one will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
And
Well,
then this one took the reef sails action, and so he's at 6, but he can make a turn every movement. So he'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we need now we're at the crew phase. So it is from a master at arms on everybody, a charisma intimidation check for initiative. This time highest goes first.
I don't think I have any.
Is that me?
That's you.
Yes.
Yay! I rolled decentish. 13. You're muted, Chester.
I was catching Shanna up on
Oh,
how I
okay.
assigned everyone's crew allotment, and clearly I chose everyone's weakest.
Yeah, kind of.
Yep.
Oh, Rindle, I should say you do have the option to sacrifice spell slots to speed up, if you wanted.
Do I don't know how many spell slots I was able to store because I don't know how much time passed. Because remember
You
we
have
talked
both of
about
your spell. You have both of your spell slots.
you'd said that I'd be able to store spell slots because I don't sleep, like during the
Oh
trek.
yeah, I would say
So
you have
I
like
don't know what kind
you
of
have like
cash.
10. You probably have like a total of 10. A total of 10 spell slots in there. Not of your spell slots, but like 10 levels of spells.
Gotcha. And is that in the instructions somewhere? What I can do with those?
No, if you want to, if during the piloting phase, if it's something that you want to try to do, I'll let you know. I don't.
Gotcha.
It was not comprehensive because
Okay.
it would have been even longer.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I did +6 because that's charisma plus jack of all trades.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So first guy who is here will take a broadside action against the Astral Scythe. They have a total of 6 cannons on that side, so it's a -14 modifier on this, but we'll see what happens. You get hit by all 6 cannons.
Fuck. All right.
They had a very good roll.
Yes, they did.
Abandon ship.
You take 14 points of damage to your stern shields.
All right. It is noted.
And then there was a 12. Missed. It's actually your action now.
All right. I'm gonna broadside the guy next to me with my plasma cannon. Let's say.
Okay, so yours is a little different because you have specific people rolling a crew, so they get to make an attack roll. So roll a 1d20 plus 5, and you're got an AC of 12 against this ship.
16 plus 5, so 21.
Okay, yeah, the plasma cannon hits.
2d12.
Mhm.
Take this, fuckers. 6 plus 5, 11.
Okay.
And
You
then
see
the
it's the plasma ball flare up against its shield. You're actually close enough that you can see the pulse as it weakens it.
And then the forward swivel gun should be able to hit this guy.
Yep.
All right. 14 plus 5, so that's 19.
Yeah, that hits. Are you who are you aiming for? Like anyone specifically, or you just taking out crew randomly?
No, I'm gonna be. I wanted them to aim for the pilot.
Okay, you can't really see the pilot on that ship, so
Can I hit the master at arms or the captain then?
you can have the master at arms. He's
Okay,
on
I-
deck yelling at people.
All right, I rolled a 3 on the d4.
Okay, so it takes 3 crew damage. Okay. And then there's one between. Let's see, there's a third one that is this guy. Oh no, it's the one beside you. He will broadside you. There's probably a failure on that. Was all the cannons go wide. It was really close. You're kind of like taking cover as cannonballs whiz past your head and your shield. It's pretty amazing he missed you. And yeah, you can still communicate to each other. It is now Tucker and Full Moon's turn. Full Moon, you can try to. You haven't taken any damage. You can try to man the harpoon gun, but we'll start with Marlo. Who do you want to attack, or do you want to attack somebody?
Okay. Well, and I just want to make sure that our front gun is the thing that we don't have any ammo for, right?
Well, you have it's a harpoon gun, so you don't have any ammo for your swivel gun, which is actually on your back.
Oh, okay.
You don't have, but you have a harpoon gun. And I don't know how useful that's going to be. That's more
Okay.
of a like capturing somebody type thing.
Well, we're the
Okay.
bigger ship, right? In
Yeah.
theory, we kill their maneuverability.
So, were we able to establish Miss Ship is Miss Ship?
You have
Okay.
you have open communications with her. You guys,
Okay.
I was also the one running from the other 4, so
So I don't know how it arcs. Is there any like if
Don't worry about
try to
Linus.
shoot that one? Okay.
don't worry about that one being blocked by.
Okay. I just don't want to shoot missed.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna
She's
shoot that one
inverted.
too.
Okay.
She's inverted. Small profile.
Yeah,
Okay.
just shoot that one. Yeah. Get it off of her. I don't know.
So you're gonna roll a 1d20 minus 4. You have 16 guns, so that's your
Yeah.
cannon modifier.
And you have advantage.
Oh yeah, and you have
Sure.
advantage because you took the take aim action. 16 is maximum you can get anyways.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you crit in a ship?
Not unless you make it. This is not technically an attack roll. It's a crew check.
Oh, okay.
If you physically Full Moon, if he mans the harpoon gun, could actually crit.
Okay.
You want to roll 16d4 for me, please?
Mm-hmm. Is it 16 or 8? Oh no, 16. Cool.
Yeah. You literally hit with every single gun you have on that side. You obliterate that boat. You knock out its shields, and it explodes in a flurry of
Phlogiston.
yeah. As the phlogiston, anyone who survived the initial explosion, as the poisonous gas leaks through their shield, gets taken out by.
Oh
The
shit! I hope
back.
they were bad people.
They were trying to turn me into a slave, so I think they're bad people.
I don't know that.
Okay,
No,
missed.
you don't.
Missed. You're gonna get broadsided by 2 more groups.
E-
Is our crew phase over?
Oh no, you still get to go. Sorry, Full Moon. No, you can use your harpoon gun. You have one boat that's in that arc if you want to.
No, I don't want to do anything that makes me get outside. I just want to double check with Rendell to make sure we're all on the same page, and double check with him as well as Marlowe, because I can't obviously see him and no one wants to talk to me. That he knows how much status we have for our supplies as well as ammunition, so we're all on the same page.
Okay.
So it's pretty much, I'm just basically just trying to make sure Rendell can pass communications to everyone, so we're all on the same page. We have an idea of how many hit points / ammunitions we have, as well as stuff to repair. So we assume that for the rest of the time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this one will go ahead and take a broadside action against the Astral Scythe. Give me a second. Roll 20 minus 14. I rolled this. I don't know. That one is a miss. I don't know why it didn't minus my 14. Okay, so again, you're just too slippery, miss. They probably shouldn't be taking broadside actions against you.
I'll say in Gith over my headset to them, "Not this time, fuckers."
Okay. And that brings us back to the command round. So intelligence checks from our captains.
All right. Well, 6.
Okay, surprisingly, you guys aren't the first ones to go. I thought you were. This person in the second position is the first to go. That would be this guy, because you actually took out the ship number 2. And I completely forgot to do this. I lose track of their command actions, but he is actually, is he going to do that?
We don't know, because we don't know what he was going to do.
He is.
Just tell us
He
what he's
is
going to do.
actually going to take the take cover action.
I was gonna say I thought he was gonna retreat.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like the wisest course of action after watching his friend blow up.
He's going to take the take cover action. So that brings us then to Melee. What do you want to declare?
Let's see here. Since we're getting kind of close, let's reef the sails.
Okay. So for Rendell, remember that you have a maneuverability 1-2, but your speed is now 3.
Poor Rendell.
Yeah, sorry.
Just rips the helmet off. Fine, you want to fly, you fly. I'm kidding.
Miss.
The whole ship stops.
Yeah.
Force
Take
field
aim
dissipates. We start floating off the
Take
deck.
aim. Okay. And then the other 2 will take the take aim action as well. Okay, so maneuver phase. Go ahead and do your checks.
That's not great. That's 15 for me.
Okay. And 15, not great for you. And Rendell, what'd you get? Okay.
Sorry, I was explaining how to respond to a PM.
Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll actually stop there. Actually, no, he'll move forward. Yeah. And now it is Rindle.
Awesome. So I've been slowed down, but not out of that yet. I'm gonna change facing that way, and I get 1. And then you said I get to change each move, right?
No,
No?
you still have to move 2. You moved 1 step. You didn't double your.
Right, but for facing, I can't change every
Yeah, you
every
can't-
step. I have to move.
No,
Okay,
you have to move 2 instead of moving 3. You have to move 2.
gotcha. So I guess that does that then.
Missed.
All right, if he's going there, let's see. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll just go straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way I should, and then I will shift. Just there, full facing movement.
Okay. Okay. And now intimidation checks.
Shit. I am not very intimidating.
Hmm.
That's what happens when you're a one-woman crew. I'm just saying, you need to learn delegation skills.
I would love to have some crew. I couldn't hire anybody when I
Marlo?
was in Eberron.
What did you get?
Oh, I'm right. What am I doing?
Intimidation check for initiative. Basically, this
Oh.
is representing you yelling at people and getting them to move their ass.
Oh, okay. I'm very
Okay,
intimidating.
so you get to go first.
Some of your crew members pee a little.
Yeah.
I got proficiency in that. So this is the crew action?
Yeah, this is the crew action.
Okay.
So Full Moon also gets to go this
So-
time. If Full Moon.
Why was it intimidate this time and just a straight charisma check
It was
last time?
intimidate last time too. I said charisma intimidation check.
Oh, okay.
He totally did.
Yeah, should have read the rules there.
Oh well.
It's all good. It still
Someone
worked
grab
out.
Paladins in Pajamas the movie. Rewind.
Did how much? What is my ammo level?
So you had 499, so you just lost 16. So
Okay, so we got a lot. Still.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna lose. We're gonna blow this guy away too.
Okay.
All cannons.
Okay. So 13. So 13d4. Jesus. And
It's a lot of D4s.
yeah, and that's right on its bow, so okay. And now it's number ones who's going to pepper. He's going to try to hit the falling. Is actually going to try to hit the falling star's stern.
So while they're attempting, you mind if I do what I was going to do?
Yeah.
You can go ahead and roll. I was just going to say that I'm going to be talking to the crew that's not really busy, trying to convert the crew over to my side, little by little, talking to different people.
Okay. They're pretty busy, but they're like, yeah. I'll read your pamphlet when I get.
Well, I would say if you don't have time, you can just sign here. I'll get back to you later.
Yeah,
so I know
yeah.
what it's
They're few of them very much like. sign.
This is your life insurance.
No signature, no bonus.
So who's ever keeping track of the falling star shields, it takes 9 damage on its stern. What was it? The other one rolled a natural 1, so missed. It's your turn.
All right. So with my plasma cannon, because I'm still inverted.
Now since you're making an attack roll, you can actually normally it's them who determine where they take damage, but because you're actually making an attack roll with your plasma cannon, you can actually target their
Okay.
front or side.
Can I target this guy with the plasma, or is he too far out of my arc?
He's in your side arc.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit him.
Okay.
That's an 11.
That misses. The shot goes
Right.
wide.
And then the swivel gun in the front will go ahead and aim for him as well. And
He's out of your front arc.
he is. Okay, never mind. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm going to go grab some coffee.
Okay. And this one is going to broadside the astral scythe. It took to take aim action, so it gets advantage on this. Becca just remembered she had advantage. And it doesn't matter, it's still not. They don't seem to be the best crew in the world over there. And that brings us now to the back of the captain action. Intelligence checks. Okay.
I forgot I had advantage on that roll because I didn't take aim.
Yeah, we're already past it.
No, just bitching myself.
Okay. This one is actually going to take the flee action and is going to turbo boost out of the area.
Did I get hit?
No.
They're running the catwards.
They just took a crap ton of damage on their forward shield. And really, in fact, okay, yeah. And then, so it would miss. You need to make your intelligence check.
16.
Okay. Actually, all 3 of them are taking the flee action. And are going to try to turbo boost out of here. The tides of battle have significantly changed when you guys showed up.
Yay!
So, so it would be, so it would be missed and then melee. Are you going to pursue, or are we out of, or not?
I'll go ahead and ask Rendell over the headset. Do you guys want to pursue? It looks like they're fleeing. We could actually just take the ship that got damaged that's floating, if you've got a harpoon, and take it into
It's
the
not
city for salvage.
Damage. It's destroyed. You didn't do crew
All right.
damage. You did hull damage. It's obliterated. There's probably
Like
there
the
might
whole
be some,
thing shattered, or is
Yeah.
there?
It exploded.
yeah.
It exploded. Okay.
It's like in
Is
pieces.
there loot? Is there loot floating around?
There is salvage floating around if you wanted to look for. If you wanted to try to recover it.
You want to salvage?
Got to pay for this trip somehow.
All right, let's do that. I don't particularly have a desire to hunt these guys down right now.
Okay, so you guys go to salvage it. I was actually I forgot something. The training modifier on your attack rolls, you should have hit less than you were because you actually have
Me?
Marlo. It wasn't -4, it was actually -6 because your crew isn't trained well. But that's on
Oh.
me. Not it's listed in your stats, but that's on me, not on you. I should have reminded about the modifier. But if you're gonna try to salvage,
I did grab some well-trained pirates to shoot.
apparently, it
Shoot,
did-
That was what I did.
yeah. Oh. So you're gonna try to do a salvage. This
And
is
they're
a
sober by now.
this is a crew
Yeah.
action, so it is going to be at -2 to at
Well,
-2.
I'm trying to salvage as well.
Okay, so you actually have a good crew if minimally staffed, so you get a +2 to your salvage rolls. It's
All
just it's going to be, I would say, a wisdom check with your crew modifier. So and it would be so for Mist, you know, because you're the one ordering. For the Falling Star, it can either be your Master at Arms or your captain that issues the order. It probably would be better if it was Mealy than Marlowe for that check, for the salvage check.
Rindle,
Yes.
are we done fighting?
For the moment.
Okay, nobody tells me anything. Can you let Miss know that now that we're done fighting, I'm getting a ledger together to tell her how much she owes us for helping her. So if there's anything else you want to add, please let me know so that we can document it.
I'm sure we can discuss that when she comes aboard.
Well, I'd like to get it ready so when she comes on board, she can't leave until she signs for it.
I'll leave those negotiations to you.
Sounds good.
Okay. So on your salvage check, Mist, you see a bunch of, for the most part, it's food stores that's left. The orcs on your crew kind of show you how some of the equipment works for this. It's difficult. You have to basically absorb some of the salvage into your shields and gravity well, so it like falls on your deck. The other option is to don one of the phlogiston suits and go like spacewalk out there, but you don't have any, and the Falling Star doesn't have
Hell
any.
yeah. Oh, that sounded fun.
All right.
But you guys get you get a few extra stores. Probably you actually get some cannonballs. Kind of dunk as it falls into your gravity well.
The kind we need for the swivel gun?
No.
Damn.
But you also get some packages. It looks like things like various items that have been waylaid in their travels. Most of them are just like baubles here and there, probably worth about 200 gold. However, there is a package about this big, marked for somebody named Niv Mizzet.
I know who that is.
Yeah, I think I know how that is too.
And Amelie,
sure?
did you want to go ahead and do have your crew do a salvage as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you to roll a wisdom check, but it's going to be at -2 because your crew isn't exactly the most well-trained people in the world.
Just a straight wisdom check or
Yeah, it's a straight wisdom check.
at negative what?
-2 for your crew training, but you still get your wisdom modifier, so whatever.
-2 to that. So 13.
Yeah. Okay. You don't really salvage any more than Mist does. But I would say you'd probably get a few packages. These are really weird. Like you get a bit more stores, but they're all like they seem to be almost rotting, and they're actually marked with like an insectoid face on them. You can't identify it. It's green and black though.
Did I
Brindle.
get any of the silvered weapons that the crew uses, or did those explode in the phlogiston?
Oh, I would say one of the bodies dropped, and yeah, you would have seen it. You would have found a. They're not silvered. They are a specific magic item called a silver sword, and probably one of them had one of those on them. It's a great sword. radiating extremely strong necromantic magic.
I'm gonna let Ice and Frost eat it.
Okay, they devour it hungrily.
Keep track. Rindle, I was also going to ask. You got a chance to see the battle, and you got to watch the crew as as watching from a bird's eye view, correct?
Yes, I got to
So-
see everything from every view. It's a little disorienting.
Awesome. So, did you take notes by chance so we can train our crew a little bit better?
No, I was busy driving. Would you like to try driving Full Moon? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, no, that's why I had Sterling with you, so that he could take notes. Everything that you said out loud, he was able to write it down since he was right next to you.
Apparently, he's horrible at his job. I didn't see him taking any notes.
He was taking notes, but you didn't really say much while you were driving. Most of his notes are like, "Fuck, god damn it."
Don't forget the what the fuck? She's upside down.
Yeah.
That's just not natural.
Do you guys come alongside? Because you guys still are just kind of floating around each other. Do you want to?
Is like there a way to like safely moor up to vessels, or would the force fields like bounce us off each other?
No. So when the two force fields interact, you can basically take an uncontested boarding action to each other.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'll coordinate that with Miss, because I've told her the captain would like to see her aboard, and Full Moon has a few things he'd like to address with her.
What in the world does Full Moon want to address with me?
I'll let him tell you, but odds are that this rescue wasn't cheap.
So, Miss,
Is Full Moon aware of Spelljammer space law? Salvage rights, rescue,
Doubtful.
Okay.
actually, at that, Rindle, you're still wearing the helm. So as soon as the word space law comes up, you get a whole dissertation on it. This page after page just starts scrolling across your screen, and it's all in legal speak.
Yeah.
It is.
Awesome. That'll make a good topic for my next dissertation with the masters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mist will go ahead. Rendell, since you're piloting, would you ask your ship specifically to pull up the space law section regarding rescues?
Sure, I can have that on hand for you when you arrive.
Okay.
Astrid, would you also pull it up for me?
Astrid has no idea. She does not have a legal library.
Damn. All right.
Conveniently, you're talking to someone who thinks all debts must be paid, so you're talking to the best guy to know the law.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Well, the reason is because the Astral Scythe is a Githyanki ship. They're pirates. They
I know.
don't give a crap.
Yep, I know.
You guys are on a Gith pirate hunter ship. The Gith care about the law a lot. So,
Okay.
but okay. So you guys pull alongside. I'm not going to make you do any kind of checks. For Mist, the ship you're mooring alongside it dwarfs yours. It's twice as long, has 2 masts as opposed to your 1.
Yep.
His gun complement is, well, right now is because you only have 2 guns. Is ridiculous, but even if you had a full complement of them, it would still triple yours. So, you only have really 2 usable decks. It has 3. It's a bigger ship.
Yep.
All
right.
But you guys are on you would have evened out your ship, so your decks are actually even to each other.
All right. I'll go ahead and get out of my helmet and stand up. And for the Paladin's crew, Mist is wearing an eye patch over her left eye. She's got a silk scarf around her neck that she didn't used to have. That's a teal silk scarf. It's actually really expensive. She's got 2 scimitars on her hip. And oddly enough, there is a desiccated hand dangling from her right hip. And she will go ahead and walk over towards the gangplank.
Now, full
Wow.
moon, lay the deck. Full moon, lay the deck.
Mist
Oh,
has a
Miss,
fantastic-
it's a pleasure to see you again.
It's really nice to see you too, Full Moon. It's been a long time. Since you're out here, do you guys actually have charts to get back to Suabos? I've been trying to get back to you forever, and honestly, I wasn't sure if when I got back to the material plane, if I was forward in time, or if I was after in time, or if in the past 100 years, if you guys had died.
We haven't.
So-
Actually, maybe Rendell might have, but not the rest of us.
Let's go talk to Rendell. He was pulling up the space law regarding rescues.
Oh, speaking of rescue, now that you brought that up,
Yep.
here's a little ledger that you can read on the way there. You know, just the whole thing with the cannons, a little bit of our, nothing too
Just-
personal on those lines
Just
for
hold
it.
on, Full Moon. We need to do this correctly due to space law. Let's go talk to Rendell real quick. I want to make sure you guys get your due and that all debts are paid correctly.
But we can talk to him right here. Rendell, you can hear us, right?
I hear everything on this boat. It's disorienting.
All right. Space law regarding rescues.
Okay. Rendell, you pulled up the rescue law. Okay.
As requested.
In specific of search and rescue missions in regard to Spelljammer, not space law. You're not technically in space.
Spelljammer, sorry.
The anyone lost sent adrift in Phlogiston is immediately considered basically lost. Like there is if they're out in the adrift in Phlogiston without proper protective equipment, they are considered immediately lost and must be, and all like life insurance policies, all things regarding that must be paid in full and done. However, if there is reason to believe the individual is still alive or a rescue is initiated, the rescued party, everyone in the immediate vicinity is an immediate obligation to partake in the rescue. They are required to by law. However, the person who rescues will automatically receive all due payment to that person, and that person is allowed to be press ganged into their crew for an internment of time equal to 1/10 their life expectancy.
So it's just a press gang thing?
Or that person can pay equal to the salary of 1/10 their expected working
Okay.
years.
Is there a section for assisting a ship who is under attack? Because that is rescuing from Phlogiston. This is slightly different.
Any ship equipped for the interception of illegal offensive capability that spots illegal offensive capability is obligated to do so under GIF law. However, that only applies to members of the GIF Imperium.
All right. So how much did you guys actually use? Because I really appreciate you coming to assist me. Really did not want my crew sold off in the slave trade of the Gith Yonki. So let me see that ledger, Full Moon.
And I pass it.
Okay, now as I'm looking at it, is this one of Full Moon's books?
No, I make sure I show you my book. There's no pages that are torn. You can go through and make sure those lines for it. If you'd like, you can make the ledger yourself. Just use one of my pages.
All right. And how much is? So they didn't actually use all that much ammo and whatnot, but roughly.
Well, it's parts and labor, and then it's morale and things along those lines. Don't worry about that. Just we'll talk about it in details if you want to. I mean, it's
Oh
up
yeah,
to you.
I need to talk about it in details because I need to make sure you guys get paid the correct amount for the service you provided my crew. So, how much ammunition and whatnot did you use? And it's been what, roughly an hour of your crew's time?
Full Moon, does the ledger start from when you guys started looking for Mist, right? Because that was the entire endeavor of this, the entire point. Of
No,
this
no,
episode.
it's only gonna when we found her. I started it because the whole point is I didn't want to charge her extra. You know, I don't want to do anything legally and all that stuff.
Okay, so what is that? You fired
29.
three
29
times.
shots.
Yeah, 29 shots. We're keep track.
Okay.
Huh?
All right, so roughly in how much would those cost? I would have been able to figure a
Each
little bit of that out.
cannonball
in
is
that run.
2 gold apiece.
So 26 times 2?
Well, they fired at least 32
All
cannonballs.
right,
so they-
32? So that's 64 gold pieces?
Well, that's not including whatever it costs to make our cannons work. You know what I mean? Each fire,
Let's make
'cause
it
we
an
got the
even
shot.
100.
What is the currency of spell jamming? Because gold hasn't been
gold
worth a
is always
everywhere
gold.
you go.
Mhm.
Well, not in the abyss, it wasn't.
No.
Well, just to let you know, we take gold, we take crowns, and we also take Bitcoin. I've been told.
All right, so 64 for the cannons, but you crew labor and all of that. Let's make it an even 100 gold for the service provided. But I'm going to need to talk to your captain regarding charts.
Now, Captain Miley, lay the gangplank. Captain Miley, lay the gangplank.
I'm right next to you, Rindle.
All right,
I
so
know,
I will
but you
go
need to be
ahead-
over there with them.
And technically,
I'm still at the helm.
really, you could slap him because technically it should be your presence is requested at the gangplank.
We're not trained crew. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Slapping me never goes well either.
Yeah.
You probably know that.
So if Mealy comes over, I go ahead and give her the 100 coin for the services.
All right.
I actually give her a hug because it's like, I've missed you guys. It's been so long. I've been trying.
She'll hug you back a little bit, and she'll be like, "Has it been that long?"
It's
We've
been about
done
100 years for me. I don't
Wow.
know how long it's been for you guys.
Not that long.
You only leveled up once in 100 years. Lame.
So Mealy, I mean, you're on a Spelljammer. Did your ship actually have charts back to Suabos? I really hope so, because otherwise we're gonna be.
You do.
I mean,
You
we're
very
gonna
much
have
do.
to go to the city anyhow for supplies. But
Yes, I have charts.
would it be possible for me to maybe make a copy of those charts and you compare the charts I have to yours to see if you need any of mine?
Exchange of information, sure thing.
All right, let's do it.
Is that a breach? Is that a breach of Spelljammer law with a pirate vessel and a pirate hunting vessel? I just want to make sure if I should be advising my captain of breach.
I don't know. Did Mist ever change the flags?
Yeah, I changed it to
You
a
changed
Kraken.
the sails. Did you change the flags?
I did.
Okay.
It's okay, we're not a trained crew.
Yep, my flags and my sails are all the Dreamer Kraken.
Okay.
We're probably sailing around in Pirate Hunter flags, probably illegally.
Yeah.
No, we just hunted pirates. We've made it legit.
Yeah. I got paid for it too.
hmm
Oh, man.
Okay.
So, we'll exchange charts.
Yep.
That's gonna be
World, did
difficult. Because so you do remember what your charts look like, right? How are
Yeah,
you planning on copying that?
I'm not sure. I was going to ask Astrid for help.
I
Or
pull
you
up
could
paper.
ask Rindle to borrow his magic copying quill.
Well,
That won't work.
that won't work with these type of charts.
Okay.
These holographic charts.
Miss, does your crew need any help right now?
No, they're doing pretty good.
By the way, Miss Crew is all orcs. Like,
All 4 of them are orcs.
Is my weapon saying anything?
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's why the crew's not
Your
coming over.
hum,
They're
your
staying
quest,
over on
your
the-
it's not saying anything, but it is like buzzing. It wants to be drawn and
Yeah, because I put the moat instead. I took it out of the Warhammer
uh
while we were in our off time and destroyed the Warhammer, of course, and put it into that longsword.
okay. Yeah.
That
so-
+2 longsword.
Okay. It's still the blade is humming something fierce. You can sense its bloodlust as soon as you spot the orcs.
So, as our viewers might not know, and our new guest or a new member, I should say, might not know, can you tell them why it's doing that?
It's inhabited by the soul of a person who has a genocidal rage towards orcs.
So, I'm guessing Frost and Ice I left over on the Astral Scythe as well.
I don't know. Did you?
No, I probably would have brought them over. The Paladins. Crew
Okay,
is
so
pretty-
there's another. So Frost is significantly bigger. And then Ice.
Yep.
There's a smaller one that is about what the last time you saw Frost. You now see another one. But
Oh,
about-
congratulations, Miss! Looks like you guys
They
had
did-
babies.
And they didn't split from eating the silver sword, correct?
They did not.
So, yeah, Frost had pups. I left most of them with the Githzerai. This one's Ice. So, how in the world did you guys find a Spelljammer?
I know things.
Actually, you know what, guys? I still have some plum wine. How about we sit down once we get to the city, and I will treat you guys to dinner.
The captain hasn't
What
told me if we're
city?
going to the city or not.
Like, we're going to the city, Rindle.
I lay a
Um,
course for the city.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure what else it's called. Astrid just calls it the city. It's like the point where I can get more weaponry for my vessel and I can hopefully hire some crew. I also apparently now have a package for the contact of the Izzet that I needed to talk to because I actually owe someone back on Eberron some gear if I can acquire it.
Cool question. Are there projectors on the ship, like that I could project images? Because if not, I could use my minor illusion cantrip to produce what I see in my heads-up display about the city for everyone.
Okay,
involved.
yeah, you can do the minor illusion thing.
Then I
You-
will use minor illusion to reproduce
Okay.
what I'm seeing in the heads-up display about the city. You know, the pictures and the description you gave me last
Okay,
week.
so you guys see a planet that is just covered in buildings. It's like it's been this way for so long. It's just called the city because no one can remember its actual name. It's run by 10 guilds. It has that's its governmental structure. Everything is about commerce. Pretty much anyone in the material plane that has lost their planet through some whether fault of their own or because of some calamity or demonic incursion or anything kind of ends up there and they just build on top of each other. It's not like technologically advanced, it's more but it's magically advanced, and you see more magic in one street corner than you've seen on your entire planet.
Oh, great. I'm going to be having problems with Frost and Ice again.
Yep. And you get there's a stream of like the native inhabitants of the world. You see humans, elves. You also see elephant people. A bunch of people that kind of look like insectoid in nature, and I'm trying to think the other ones. Oh, and then weird multi-limbed creatures with wings and tentacles and weird appendages. Like it's very odd, although they all have the same label of Simic, like they're all the same race, even though they look nothing alike to each other. But yeah, that's what you see with the city.
Weird. That's going to be even more stressful than Sharn was. Oh, by the way, full moon. Thought about you a lot when I was in the City of Towers. It's named Sharn. Like Shar with an N. I think you might like to visit it sometime. Oh, and don't mind the hand. It's a drow hand. Desiccated drow hand. I did not kill the person that this hand is, but it's a long story.
So you were thinking about me, and you took someone's life. And
No, that's why I'm pointing it out. I did not kill this person. It was a negotiation for the hand because I needed it. It's actually a really long story.
so you missed me so much, you took someone else's hand because you were thinking about me.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Full moon.
Just make sure we're on the same page.
I gotta say, I dig your costume.
Thank
Like,
you.
it's way better than mine. And I'm gonna walk up and try to like lift the eye patch.
Do you let him do that?
Oh yeah, I let him do that.
You see a perfectly fine eyeball looking right back at you.
And Mist is grinning from ear to ear in the really creepy, slightly unhinged way. I really missed you, Marlo.
I mean, it's great. The hand. I mean, it's a little creepy. That's a real hand, but I mean, hey, whatever. At least it doesn't like smell or anything. It's probably like really old, right?
Not so old, but it's been well preserved.
And the like the priority swords, and that's great.
Thank you. I'm really glad you pulled the eye patch off. I was gonna like string it along a bit further, but I missed you guys so much. I thought like teasing you a little bit about the eye and the hand would be kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm not so happy about the hand thing, though.
I kind of like it.
Eyes leaking.
Okay.
So,
You guys headed off to Ravenna, to the city?
shall we go to the city and I'll treat you guys to dinner once we get there?
Sure.
Okay, so as you guys approach the city, you see multiple traffic. This is the first time you've really seen a lot of spelljammers in one place, and you realize that like these things are as weird as your guys' sailing ships are. As yours is the most normal looking of them. You see giant snails crawling through space, manta rays flying through, living trees making their way all towards this single planet covered in a city. Both of you
Hey,
get
Scott.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say, since I had the name of our Demir contact, is there any way for me to be communicating with the city to try and figure out where we should be heading to berth the ship?
They actually let you know. There, you get a classification that you get a landing zone. Like there's no voice or anything. It's just text. But they let you know that you need to land at Ward 9. It's both of you. They're a little low on seafaring berths, and you guys have to land in the sea because you're a ship. So they let you know to take a berth at Ward 9. Which,
Okay.
as soon as that comes in, both of your guys' auto navigation systems take over and guide
Awesome.
you in.
I did, of course, go back over to my ship to pilot.
Right. I didn't think you guys were traversing in side-by-side tow. That'd be weird.
No, that would be very weird.
But it's an easy enough trip. The auto navigation takes you over there. Lines come over immediately when you land. Weirdly, like you were expecting like to have to pay docking fees or something. It doesn't seem to be a thing here. They're so used to people coming and going. They're not worried about it. However, on the dock, you do see one interesting person. Shayna, you want to introduce your character, please?
Yay!
All right, hi. I don't know how far with introduction. Should I just say what I look like and everything?
Yeah, just what you look like and kind of you as I actually don't know. I haven't seen your character sheet, but you see these two ships.
Oh, I sent it.
I didn't get it.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine.
I haven't checked my email, so.
Oh, okay. No worries.
but you see these two large ships, which you would never see together because one's a gift ship and one's a Githyanki ship, and they hate each other.
Okay.
But they seem to be pulling inside, like side by side on a dock. So that's what catches your eye about these two ships coming in for.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. So I'm a halfling, dressed in pretty standard clothes, nothing really special about anything. They're very specifically common. Yeah, that's just really everything really standard, kind of you would overlook her in a group of halflings, just like looks like all the rest of them. That's about it. As far as looks go, she doesn't have anything really special other than she's clearly worked on ships. She's got a bag. That's about it.
Awesome.
Okay. And she would actually kind of stand out. You haven't seen
Would she? Okay.
well,
As a
'cause
halfling
as a halfling in
on this planet, yeah.
Yeah, on this
That's
planet.
what I was like, in a group of them, but here a little weird.
Yeah, it's a little interesting to see a halfling.
Okay.
But she's so you see a halfling with bags packed and looking like she
Yep.
needs to get.
Wants to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Some out
Lass,
hitchhiking.
would you like to make a coin? We're looking for a place to eat.
And while you guys do that, I'm going to be right back.
Okay. You look like you're looking for work. I actually need crew if you are an experienced spelljammer.
But we have better accommodations on our ship. We also have more supplies and more people to talk to.
Oh, full moon. And actually, Neely, I need to talk to you about training your crew. We could possibly work out a deal where my crew assists in training your crew.
I'm not sure if that's going to be the best. We have over there, and he doesn't like the stabby.
Yeah.
I mean, you did see how we blew up that ship, right? I mean, that was pretty cool. My guys know what they're doing.
All right.
No, I would want the training, but I would suggest either having your crew
How about
someplace a little
they
distance.
come over onto my ship on occasion, and we'll train them in sections.
Well, if we have somebody, and I'm going to point in a certain direction, if we have them move a little bit, we don't have to worry about that training. You know what I mean? She can go to your ship. We can have training on my ship, kind of thing, and then we can swap places so that no harm comes to anybody.
Or we could just sell your little ship and keep the big one, and problem solved.
I don't want to get rid of Astrid. She has such a sweet personality.
Yeah, about that.
So just wondering, in the last 100 years, did you learn how to tie some knots?
I've been working on it. So, what is your name, Miss?
Dahlia.
Dahlia. Pleasure
Like
to
the
meet you.
flower.
I am
What?
Captain Mist of the Astral Scythe. As you see, I've got kind of a short crew. What are you trained in?
I'm a
That's a
cook.
short joke. See that? It's a short joke. You meant it.
I don't mind the short jokes. I'm used to them.
So, what are you trained in? What
I'm a
position
cook.
do you normally a cook?
Yep.
I am interested in hiring you. I normally pay 5 gold per week for crew members.
We can go double
Where are you
that.
guys going? Oh my god! I started bidding war.
Full Moon, you already brought us a cook.
Did
He
he?
needs breaks too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
I was
brought
thinking
us
the
a
same
cook.
thing. We do. Yeah, of course we do.
Who do
But
you
she can
have?
also train.
Who do you have as a cook?
I thought we got our favorite cook.
He leans in to whisper.
Did they get Donlon?
It's one. No, it's not Donlon. It's
didn't think
it's
so.
one of Full Moon's guy. I have not eaten anything he's cooked.
All right. Dahlia,
Where are
how
you
about
guys all
you-
going?
Well, currently we're going to go get some food, but eventually,
I'm good with that.
well, actually, we need to discuss that. Are we going
Well-
back to Subos or not?
That sounds
What is
good. Why don't we all
Subos?
go eat? Why
Marlo,
don't we
you
all
would
go
know
eat and
Subos.
decide
Subos
over
is the
food?
planet you're from.
That sounds good.
That's the name of the
let
planet.
me let me take
Sorry,
care
I
of
never
my
actually
crew.
told you guys what the planet is. But
Okay, I will actually turn to my crew, because I'm sure they're ready to run off the ship. guys, we don't have any security on this pier like we did in Sharn. We're going to have a rotating watch.
I said
This-
there was no fees. There's security around. It's just not like specifically for the pier. There's at least you think there's security. They're in whitish silvery armor with like red tabards. They look suitably armed, suitably tough.
Miss,
Ready
if
for a
it's easier
fight.
for you, we can actually watch your ship for you. I mean, your guys definitely look like they're tired. They probably haven't had a rest. So, I mean, for a small fee, I'm sure we can work something out to watch it for you.
It's fine. We're pretty good about rotating watches. So I need to pay my crew, and then Ganache will set up the watch schedule.
Okay. They take their pay. Most of the time, they just take they're eyeing the amount of bullion you have in your hold right now, and like, are we continuing on? This is enough for all of us to retire 10 times over.
Bullion?
The amount of money you currently have on your boat right now.
Oh, you mean the amount that they got from our last adventure?
I mean, you have a hold full of 50,000 gold right now.
Are we hearing this conversation?
Yeah.
No,
you
probably
don't hear 50,000 gold because you
Damn.
Well, I was planning to continue. I'm not staying here in the city permanently.
I mean, that was the most lucrative trip we've ever had, but some of the guys, and this is basically like, but I mean, we're perfectly fine. We're traveling on. If all of your jobs are as lucrative or half as lucrative as that, we'll be sitting pretty within 2 years. But we just wanted to make sure. We thought maybe you were just going to take your share and dismiss us.
Look at that joke, damn it.
I wasn't intending to at this point. Like I said, this is not the. I believe we had discussed when we were back in Limbo that I'm trying to get back to Suabos. The city is not my end goal, and I am not sure with my compatriots now that I have met back up with them what their plans are. They were in actually a situation that I'm not sure if it's been resolved or not.
I mean, we're fine. Our planet was we were exiled from our homeworld a long time ago. We're fine staying with you. Is Suabos friendly to our kind? You seem to recognize us. Well,
There
we
are
are.
several orc clans near Kulkaran's Rest where I was originally out of. That's one of the reasons why I was suggesting we go back there.
I don't know if clans they're not. Ugh.
Yeah, they're not as advanced as you guys are. I don't know if that's where you would want to go. People at least recognize orcs there. Not everyone is friendly towards orcs. Unfortunately.
We will follow your lead, Captain.
Okay. So do you guys want it in gold or do you want it in the bob? Oh, actually, they would have gotten part of the stuff that fell onto the ship as their share. But
Yeah.
do you want your weekly pay in gold or do you want it in baubles? Gems.
Gold, please. If you actually see your bard, I can't remember what's his name.
Varn. His name's Varn.
Varn. So as Dahlia and Marlo are doing this, Varn actually comes out and adds more daggers to the match.
Yeah, I'll throw some back his way. Gonna go in a triangle
Cool.
Like this three-way
around
little
you while you're all
performance
having an
going.
important conversation.
Just daggers are flying everywhere.
This is
All right.
fully normal.
Okay, my crew is taken care of. I don't know if Full Moon is taking care of his crews.
He has. They have like 40 people on their boat. I'm sure they can set up a watch schedule.
Well, I'm not talking about watch schedule. I mean, whatever payment they need so that they can have their leave.
Mm.
Liberty, thank you. Not
Well,
leave.
Liberty, right?
Didn't promise them anything. The people that Marlo brought, he might have to pay them.
Yep, you guys will figure that out.
They take their ration of beer and the it's been a week, so 5 gold each. And there was 20, so that's 100. So basically 100 gold. Then mispaid you guys went to your.
So for Marlo's people, yes. How many people did you hire, Marlo? Because I didn't hire anybody.
He hired like 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly Viren, and then
So you see all these rat folk just scuttle off the ship and go to the various bars.
Well, before they leave, though, if they're worried about getting paid, I'm going to talk to Marlo because I didn't promise them any money, and the money we had before, we never agreed that we was going to go towards
Yeah,
them.
but Marlo agreed to pay these people.
yeah, very little because I worked it out with Nibs. They just wanted to like get.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Species
So
stuff.
they're actually lower pay. So that's 40 gold for them. Basically, they have enough to get drunk at a bar.
And Marlo's paying for that?
Marlo paid for that.
Okay.
He doesn't mind paying for his own people.
Oh, if I see Nibs, I flag him down and talk to him about.
Nibs is enthralled with this city. He's the first one off, and he's
Well, remember, I
Takes
was going to
off.
talk to him about the plasma gun. And
yeah. I know he's not
specifically
paying
bring-
attention to you.
Nibs.
Like,
I wanted to
when I said he
introduce you to
takes
the
off,
exit.
he runs down the pier at the nearest
Shit.
shiny thing.
The nearest can I catch him?
Use the harpoon gun.
No,
Use the harpoon gun.
that would kill him.
Caught him.
All right.
Miley can heal him. Brought me back from the dead. It'll be fine.
All right. Well, I'll leave a note with someone on your guys' ship that I'd like to introduce Nibs to the person that I need to meet.
Rindle?
Speaking of that, Rindle, you actually it wouldn't have happened yet. So go, Full Moon, go ahead.
Rindle, can you pass the crew? We're going to have quarters before we have a Liberty.
Now all hands, lay the main deck. All hands, lay the main deck for quarters.
At which point, the entire crew goes, and the Viren don't care. They're off. They got paid. They're out. This is not a military crew. They are not well trained. They're
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to pass information to those people, those lines
All
for
right.
it.
Well, you guys have quarters. I'm going to be talking with Dahlia and looking at the notice board for possibly other hands to hire.
okay. There's a few notices specifically. Simic are always looking for unusual species from off-world. The Simic League. The Beaver wouldn't have anything. There's not. Yeah, most of the things for off-world are either marked with "is it" or Simic Guild stamps.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'll go with them, and I'll just be asking Miss questions about what's going on because I don't know what's going on.
Well, you guys want to do your quarters, and we'll get back to that.
So, Full Moon, what do you pass at quarters?
Oh, so basically, I'm going into a sermon about Shar and how such a great job we did because of Shar's will, passing more information on those lines for it. Pretty much going through there, heading out watches, making sure everyone's taken care of, everyone's good to go. If they need coin, they can get past that to me, as well as making sure if any of the people that already went ashore didn't make any of their watches, that we can charge them for it. And any money that they're able to charge, they might be able to get it back.
Okay.
Every now and then you hear a bullshit like across all the speakers.
Oh yeah, you're still tied in, aren't you?
I have not taken the helmet off.
Okay.
Now all hands. 3 cheers for Captain Miley. 3 cheers for Captain Miley.
Hip hip!
Hooray.
Hey! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
At which point, liberty is granted. Everyone leaves, I assume.
Hey Scott,
Yeah.
is there a way for me to lock down the ship in the interface at all?
Oh yeah, you can set up. They ask you if you want to set a passcode or anything like that.
Awesome. I'm totally gonna set up a very complex passcode,
Okay.
and I'm going to take the helmet with me.
That's the other way. Is you could actually the helmet's removable. So
I'm doing both.
okay.
Yeah, Mist also locks the ship up.
Okay. Do
With-
you also take the helmet?
Yeah, it'll go in my bag.
Okay. By the way, you guys have both identical handy haversacks. It's very strange.
The one we dumped out.
Twice the loot.
When did you guys get a? Oh, I mean, I'm sure you've picked it up sometime during your travels.
No, it was left behind in your room when you decided to disappear without saying goodbye. Rude.
What do you mean it was left behind in my room?
It was in your room.
But it's the one you had. It's the one you bought.
We dumped it out. It had all your things.
No, I mean, I've got my bag right here. It was missing a few things once I ended up in Pandemonium, namely a few outfits and some nautical stuff. But
Also,
we
my
totally
stuff was left behind.
Your gold.
no, I had all my gold.
Weird.
My book that you were carrying was in this bag.
That is so weird. Well, if you
It's
guys
okay.
have my
It's
your
fine.
bag?
if you guys have my outfits, could I have those back?
Did you put everything back in? You didn't, did you? You just dumped everything out.
No, Pullman put it back in from.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Someone's at my door. I'll be right back.
So did it like double our stuff?
No, actually, out of character, Scott explained it to me. Something weird happened where you guys didn't have my gold, but you did have my outfits and nautical stuff. We do now have 2 handy haversacks.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was mainly that out of character. That was me trying to make sure both groups weren't screwed.
Are they 2 handy haversacks that go into the same extra dimensional pocket?
Kind of.
Like you can stick your hand in one and have it come out the other? Because Marlo's totally going to try that as soon as he can stop the whole juggling triangle.
Okay. For full moon, just so you know, Mist gave explicit instructions, and because the orcs immediately tell you this, that they are not allowed to talk to you.
oh no, I didn't tell them they can't talk to him. I just gave them the full rundown about.
Yeah, they
Full
interpreted
moon
it that
and
way. They're
Sean.
not supposed to talk to
Okay.
them.
Break them, full moon.
So you guys gonna get some food, and what else are you gonna do? Or
Stock up supplies if we can. Try to figure it out and see if there's a difference in price.
okay, there's a bunch of restaurants around. Each one is marked. It's weird. There's symbols marking. A lot of them have that green black insectoid face. As you're walking around Rindle, something gets like you're just walking, and it's a crowded street. There's a lot of people here. You don't see them, but you feel pressure in your palm, and you now have a note in your hand.
I find a way to discreetly read the note.
It gives you an address. It says Ward 9, Block A, Section 3. You're in Ward 9. You know that.
Awesome. So I'm going to let the others know that I will catch up with them. I have to meet a friend, and then I'm gonna bounce out to go meet my friend.
So
Whoever
Sterling's
that
still
is.
following you if you don't need anything.
Very well. I'll take Sterling.
All right.
You haven't dismissed him yet.
Absolutely right. I have not.
Okay, so the juggling triangle ends with a plum with a very bunch of unnecessary backflips and dead breathing and this.
All right. Well, I guess Rendell didn't want any food. Let's find a restaurant. Probably not one with the insectoid face.
So we can get a passerby, anyone. So if we see anybody, I'm going to ask. Do you know where the not the most expensive, but somewhat expensive food is?
Would I have been here long
Yep.
enough to know?
Oh yeah, you would have. And you know that you're in the wrong place for expensive food.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Ward 9 is it's not technically the Undercity, but it's close, and that makes
Close
it
enough.
that it's the poorer section of town. That's
Okay.
why you're seeing, and you know the symbol because you've been here long enough. That's why there's
Okay.
so many Golgari symbols everywhere.
Well,
So
Dahlia,
can I-
would you have a place to recommend for us to discuss your employment and for me and my compatriots to catch up and decide where we go?
Sure. I want to lead you to whatever restaurant that's near enough by that, yes, is pricey, but not too pricey, but that's also really weird food.
Okay, still a
Like,
Golgari.
not gross, but strange. Something
Okay.
they haven't had before.
Wow, I didn't think
Probably.
you'd be introduced to this character. So you guys enter. You are entering a, as you still see that weird symbol, but it's much better kept on the much better kept. You see two symbols. One is the actually three symbols, I guess. One is that insectoid face. One's a tree, and the last one I cannot remember what it looks like, but it's a blue and green symbol. And as you enter, there's a lot of hustle. That you see a lot of waiters running back and forth. There is a woman kind of leaning against a chair. She's wearing a gown that seems to be like constructed out of various mushrooms. Her hair looks like a tumble of snake tails falling down. Long fingernails. You notice her note you, but she gets back to her food. You see
I love her.
like two other of her race in there, but her gown is just like it's a full length like ball
It's
gown.
made of mushrooms.
Yeah, and
I love her.
you also see creatures of. They look like they've been made out of parts of other sentient races in here. They have like octopus tentacles with bat wings and a ray of horns and lizard-like snouts. There's also a bunch of elves.
So is there any smell that overpowers any other? And is there any kind of music in the background?
No real music. And the smell is very floral and herbal. One of the things you immediately notice is with very few exceptions, there's no real meat here. Everything seems to be made out of plant and vegetable matter. I wouldn't say it's vegetarian. It's probably not vegan, but it's definitely vegetarian in here.
Okay.
But that's what you see.
All right. Since I'm actually paying as a treat for the party. Oh, that's awesome. I'll go up to the host or whoever and request a table for us.
Okay. They actually kind of eye you interestingly, especially seeing the more serpentine, almost carnivorous features that you tend to exert. They're a little surprised to see you in here, but they are able to get a table. It's about 3 tables down from that woman I mentioned, who again is just eyeing you oddly, suspiciously. But and everybody seems to be giving her quite a bit of berth, not out of fear, but more out of deference, I guess.
Miss,
Marlo.
yeah, Miss, you seem to enjoy our company. Would you like to join us at the table over here? Maybe you know somebody that we can talk to for some supplies.
She
We're kind
eyes
of new
you.
here in town.
She
I must
eyes.
say, you're making me feel very underdressed.
She giggles, or not giggles, but laughs, kind of. Like, oh, this is more of a dress of my office. It's not exactly the most comfortable thing, but one must keep up experiences. I am Vraska, by the way. What is your name?
Marlo, full moon. He's kind of like the mayor. You might like have something in common. And Chester's muted.
Chester, very muted.
I was telling Shayna something. Sorry. She's in the room.
I'm sorry, Marlo. What did you say?
I said, and this is full moon. He's kind of like the mayor.
Mm. I've met a few mayors, but they that's kind of like being, I guess, and she's trying to think of the word. I guess that would be a regional regional guild manager.
We usually call it mayor.
And Shayna, your character very much know who Vraska is. She is the leader of the Golgari.
Okay.
She's a Medusa-looking thing.
And
That's why I love her.
and also the most powerful druid on the planet.
Oh
But we
shit.
don't know that.
Oh, but would Mist recognize her as a druid?
Probably.
All right.
That's
I-
why
Pretty
she's
sure
eyeing you.
All right.
Yeah.
Now that I recognize that, I'm going to walk up. Madame Vraska, I am Mist. I am just from off planet. I need to request from you, I believe, permission to, or at least back at home, I would need to request.
It's not my
permission.
territory, dear. This is not
Okay.
my territory. But if you are to enter the sewers, I appreciate heads up. You
The sewers are your territory?
any of the Undercity.
You said.
I guess we all have to work
area
up from
where-
somewhere.
So you said
Don't
the
sound so judgy about it.
you said the area where doctors.
Do you actually say that? Make a Constitution save.
I elbow him. I'm very
As
short, so
she,
it's
as
more
her
like in the
eyes
hip, but-
flash. I need you to make a
Yeah.
Constitution save.
Who? What?
No, Marlo has to make a Constitution save. So fortunately, you didn't fail by 5. You did fail, but you didn't fail by 5. So you're getting a familiar sensation as your legs are suddenly stone. And then she just, that's 1, and then the stone recedes from your feet.
Yeah, maybe try not doing that again. Be polite.
So, Miss Vraska, would you like to join us, or would you like us to join you for food? Because we're obviously having such a wonderful conversation.
You're welcome to
Or-
join me. It's rare seeing off-worlders, or it's rare for me to speak to off-worlders on my own planet.
Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and have a seat.
I'm going to sit next to her.
Of course you are.
Which, by the way, you can tell most of you are actually taller than her. Well, with the exception of the halfling, obviously, and the dwarf. But
Short party.
well, the dwarves are actually not that much shorter than her either. Only like an inch or two. She's
There's
not-
only one dwarf there anyway, not 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're not there. So what brings you to the city?
A
Well,
boat?
I actually need to refit my ship, or if I'm going to sell it, this would be the best place to sell my ship. I have not decided just yet because I haven't had a chance to catch up with my companions to find out what has been going on with them.
And you probably, unfortunately, you need to get to Ward 8. The Niv Mizzet are the only ones with the capability of handling that amount of magic in one area. As much as I hate giving them, as much as I hate giving that old dragon anything, I have no interest in it. I can traverse the worlds easily enough, and honestly, most of my people are scared of the phlogiston. Not enough sunlight, or too much for some of them.
Understandable. I'll catch the waiter's eye at some point to allow us to order.
Okay. Rendell, you're making your way to following the street signs. So fortunately, you can tell that the wards are all they're a grid. That at some point when they were constructing this city, they had actually a decent urban planner and had figured out how to make it not confusing as crap. So everything is arrayed in a grid. So you were on the docks were on block G, street 7. So getting to A3 is easy enough. You literally go 4 streets down, and 5 blocks up, and you're there.
Gotcha.
He's hanging out in the shade, which is pretty easy to do. These buildings are unbelievably tall. Is a very pale-skinned individual, black coat. So, what brings you to the Demir?
I'm gonna look him, kind of give him the up and down, like, and I can just trust you at your word that you're who you say you are.
It looks you side glance. Okay, what do you want?
Our mutual friends informed me that you can possibly help with the procurement of Astral Sail, something like I don't remember what it was called as a player. I'm sure Renault remembers what it was called. The Astral Sail stuff that I need to procure for the boat.
We can get you. We can get you anything you need around here. The question is, what can you do for us?
Well, I think that lets you set the price as to what it is you're looking to have in exchange for your sales.
The city is on a tipping point. The Guild Pact is currently off-world, and the old rules are flexible.
Conveniently, I don't know the old rules, so makes it a lot easier to accidentally break things, huh?
The Golgari and the Selesny are enjoying a rare moment of cooperation. That does not suit the Demir.
So, if some discord were to arise between these two entities, that would serve as payment for the sales?
Quite.
I know just the man for the job, and he's among my crew.
Sounds good. When we get word of a incident, and word travels fast in the city, then meet back here, and you will find you'll find a package waiting for you.
I look forward to the conclusion of our business, and then I will look at Sterling and be like, "Let's go," and head off towards finding the others.
I suppose we would have, once Dahlia had mentioned where we were going, leave a note back at the ship. If not, I can do Animal Messenger to notify Rendell once we had gotten to the restaurant.
Okay. As you guys are ordering food, and the food's good. It's weird. Strange vegetables from all over the place. It's mainly fungal. You really get the sense that actual vegetables, like true sun-grown plants, are really expensive here because they have to be grown on the roofs of buildings. Not, they just don't get enough sunlight. So mushroom matter tends to take up most of the plate, but it's good.
Awesome.
Do they seem to have any kind of spores that we might be able to grow on the boat?
On the boat, yeah. I mean, you can ask if you want, but the Vraska actually kind of sizes up and down Mist. She's not the right type of. She doesn't have the right type of magic to grow our
Aw.
spores.
No, I don't.
You need a little bit more necromancy in your life, dear, if you want to grow our crop.
That's quite all
Do you
right.
have someone we can hire possibly to help grow and start?
I might know one or two elves that I could see sending off world for a bit. My attention. I'd even be willing to travel with you. I haven't. My duties tend to be fairly boring, but my attentions are needed here.
Well, that would be a pleasure. Is there anything we can do to help lighten your load to help make that decision?
You know how to destroy a millennial-old elder dragon and then she trails off.
Well, if you'd like to give us a training or a training montage, we might be able to.
Certainly worth trying. That sounds.
Many have tried to kill Bolus in the past. It never takes.
So what's wrong with him?
He thinks he's a god and might be correct.
No, I mean like why do you want him dead?
Anyone that's ever met him wants him dead.
Jovial kind of guy.
Quite.
So wait a minute, wait. Are we talking like in like hyperbole, like you don't really want him dead?
No,
Because
I want
sometimes
him.
we do that.
I want him. His existence erased from the multiverse.
Okay, but like, well, why?
That is a very, very long story. And one that's not even mine to tell. If you ever run into Jace, ask him.
Okay. Is Jace a good guy? Like, is he worth running
She
into?
actually slightly blushes and says, well, he's a pretty good guy.
She's had better.
Ooh.
Well, what I want out of character, what I want to catch up with the crew, I'm not comfortable talking about in front of Vraska. I don't. We've just met her, and I don't really want to air what's going on directly.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Well, you guys seem to have gotten quite a few.
Okay, this is going to get really confusing because there's actually technically two Shanes right now. Because, oh, by the way, Shane, I should have been playing Shane. Shane at some point would have been trying to hit on Vraska, which makes it look like Marlowe's hitting on Vraska. Shane.
Oh, it's not me. It's my spear.
Shane.
I mean, it could be me, but I don't want to be stoned again. So do you guys eat your food and depart?
That's my intent at the moment.
Okay. Vraska does. Just a second. And she actually points to full moon. Just a second, dear. Do you mind staying back for a bit?
Any moment I can spend with you, it'll be worth the time.
Please stop it. You are too old for me. Um, the y- I can see into the. I have a good sense of people, and you seem to be of a morally ambiguous persuasion. Am I correct in assuming that?
I'm not sure what you mean. I do what is right and what is asked of me.
Let me phrase it another way. If I told you to kill somebody for the greater good of the city, would you do it?
Possibly not. I'd have to hear the other side of the person.
Hmm.
If my God asked me, of course I would.
Ah. And what is this god you follow?
Everyone should know. It is Shar.
Now, Nebraska would know that name. Ah, yes, I've had dealings with some of her acolytes before. Let me phrase it this way. If I would be amicable to providing you with a church among my people, if you were to say, it sounds like you'll be visiting the Niv-Mizzet soon. There is a member by the name of Rawl who it would be convenient for me if you were to meet an accident.
Well, if you'd like, and you can have a spare broom closet, I can make a little temple here, temporarily, of course, and you can talk to Shar yourself.
I might take you up on that. But if you happen to meet a person named Rawl and he happens to end up dead, just know that you'd be doing me a favor.
Well, would I be able to get anything in writing? Because I know some people have a tendency to forget things from time to time. So, and I blow up my book. You don't need a sign. I'm just here to take notes along this lines. If you'd like to write down for later use, so that we can come to discussion. Because accidents happen all the time, but I want to make sure that I don't accidentally don't get not paid.
Honey, the whole point of this endeavor is to keep it out, to keep my name out of it.
I'm not asking for your name. I'm asking the name of someone that's possibly that you're against, so I can have in writing some that
Okay,
they.
she just writes down. Rawl, Rawl or Parun Rao. Rawl. You get the sense Parun is actually a title.
Is there a set time for the accident to possibly happen?
Just make sure it's done before 2 weeks' time. He's supposed to broker a peace that would be inconvenient to me. If you can make him burn, that would be very nice. Whether an accident from his own carelessness or dying by fire, both serves me equally.
And is there any kind of other message that might need to be left by?
Okay, I'm actually confused as to what you're asking her.
Yeah, so basically, it's along the lines I'm asking her specifically someone that I can possibly blame for it happening. That's why I was asking for names, things along the lines.
Okay.
As well as if it's an accident, but it is not a very good looking accident, anyone they can be traced back to.
Oh yes, there's a divine guardian by the name of Celine who, if she were to be blamed, that would be funny that'd be humorous to me. She works for the Boros Legion.
And is there any kind of signature that she likes to leave behind, or something that would possibly implement her?
A white feather she tends to shed them.
Do you have any on hand by chance?
Actually, conveniently, one of my servants probably does. She snaps her fingers, whispers something, and about 5 minutes later, you get like a bag of white feathers.
Thank you for your time.
These aren't exactly hers, but I don't. The Golgari control the forensics, so.
There'd be feathers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so what's everyone else doing? Because it should be wrapping up here soon. So.
Okay, so I would let the other guys know that I want to catch up, but I do need to go talk to Niv Mizzet, the Perun of Izzet.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll catch up with you later this evening, so we can actually find out what we're doing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be heading over to Ward 8 because I have a package for him, and I need to talk to him.
Okay, as you start setting off that way, that's where we'll break from Mist for today. What's everybody else planning on doing?
Well, so Marlo doesn't even understand why we're in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has no reason to be here. He just wanted to find Mist, and they found her.
Right.
That being said, he has a date with Winfeng, and he's going to go back to the boat, and he's going to invoke her name. So
Okay. That's where we'll stop for Marlo for today. Who's not planning on that one. Mealy, Rindle. Rindle, you're probably off doing. What's Rindle gonna do?
Sorry, he was trying to catch up with everyone because he thinks Full Moon is the perfect person to work with in trying to sow some kind of discord between the Silesia and Golgari guilds here in town.
Okay. Full
So-
Moon, where are you off to?
I'm going to find Rendell, like I said, and pass the information, so we'd probably talk about that. And then try to use the name to find more information to find us maps or places that we could possibly get more maps.
Okay.
And we've got Arazu as a tool for fact finding here as well.
Okay. And then Dahlia and Mealy, what are you two doing? Because you guys haven't really. I mean.
Mealy's going to go explore.
Okay.
See if there's anything weapon-wise or armor, forging, stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, does Mealy mention that she's looking for like weapons?
If she mentions it, the Izzet control most of the weapons.
Yeah, I would bring that up. Mealy, if you want to come with me to meet the leader of the Izzets, they're the ones that do the weaponry here.
I will definitely go with her then.
Okay.
And Dahlia?
She would try to either sneak in or just run really quick into the kitchen and talk to the chefs, see if she can steal or borrow some spices or cooking tips. Just chat with them. I don't know if that means she would overhear anything going on with Full Moon and the woman, but
Oh, she definitely have overheard something while that was going on.
something about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
So who's Sven? Who are these other people?
Those are a bunch of Full Moon's werewolves.
People, they're people. That's been proven they're werewolves.
Okay.
Okay. Rude. Following me. Can I give him the slip? I don't like people following me.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, we'll pick it up next week. I'll have you do some stealth rolls.
Okay.
And yes, you guys finally have a row.
Rude.
While
That's why I'm in really common
we've been kicking
clothes
in the
and-
doors.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
were
it
you
sounded like
last
you guys were having good luck.
Okay.
while we're walking to the Izzets, Mist is going to try to find a bag of holding to switch her stuff out of the joint haversack and then feed it to Frost and Ice.
Okay. So so we'll pick up next week. Next week is going to be the longer session. Just so everyone knows how I'm going to be running Ravnica is because that's where you are. You're in Ravnica. Anyone didn't know. It'll be really random as you guys go through streets. In that I literally took the spoiler for the new set, and I am going to be opening magic cards. I statted out all the cards in game, and I'm literally opening magic card packs as you're playing
it.
to populate the city.
Cool.
That's awesome.
And you said it was going to be about 4 hours, roughly?
It should be. We'll see how fast you guys get through, because it is a grid, so you're here, and like is way the hell over here, and where everything is all over the place. So
Cool.
All right.
I'll see you next week.
See you next week, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.